Now to a live look at Los Angeles, where protests are entering day 6. They started last week on Friday after ICE detained dozens of people across the city, which is one of the largest immigration communities in the country. Parts of downtown LA has seen nonstop protesters since then. In response, President Trump activated the National Guard over the weekend and even sent hundreds of Marines, despite pushback from local officials. And it's not just LA. Protests are now popping up across the nation, and Iowans are joining the growing movement. Now, Iowa's leaders are speaking out about the protests, saying they don't want any violence happening here. Iowa's News Now reporter Kaylee Whitlatch is live in studio and has what's being said and where eastern Iowa fits into the national spotlight.
Lauren, here in Iowa, demonstrators are gearing up to join the National No Kings protest on Saturday, as the ongoing response in California sparks a conversation about protesting in the Hawkeye State. Iowa Congresswoman Marionette Miller Meeks says she won't let Iowa become the next Los Angeles. She says the protests are manufactured outrage and protesters are, quote, demanding illegal immigrant criminals be allowed to stay in our country without consequence, saying neighborhoods will be protected, laws enforced, and support given to those working to keep people safe, specifically mentioning ICE.
Iowans value the immigrants in our community, their employees, their taxpayers.
Arian Becker from Indivisible Lynn County Metro says the group wants to focus on what people have in common, not what divides.
These people are being pulled out of workplaces. So we want them in our community. We don't want ICE in our community.
Indivisible is known for its demonstrations. Becker says safety is a top priority for them while protesting.
It's the right of United States citizens to stand up and say, no, this is not okay. This is not what our Constitution stands for. I'm not worried about violence here in Cedar Rapids or in our protests in Iowa.
Governor Reynolds sharing this statement on X, saying Iowa is a state of law and order. And while peaceful protests are welcome, anyone acting unlawfully will be stopped by law enforcement as they work to protect all Iowans. Saying, quote, as long as I'm governor, Iowa will enforce immigration law and never become a sanctuary state. Now, Indivisible says it's planning to continue using its right to speak out against causes peacefully, without punishment.
We take safety really seriously. We also make sure that while we're demonstrating our First Amendment right to free speech, we're also being considerate of the community and the laws and other regulations that are in place here. There's no reason for law enforcement or anyone else to get involved with our activities.
The National No Kings protest is scheduled for Saturday in response to President Trump's military parade, with locations all across the U.S., including several here in eastern Iowa, with demonstrations including Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Waterloo, Decorah, and Manchester. Live in studio, Kaylee Whitlatch, Iowa's News Now.